Hey, friend. Looks like I am live. So, welcome to this week's Transformation Tuesday live session on the number one reason you struggle to manifest your deepest desires, or just why some things are harder than others to manifest, and what you can do to change that, because it's supposed to be quick and relatively effortless to manifest pretty much anything you want. So I'm very excited to share this. If you're watching live, say hello in the chat for me, and I will bounce back and forth to check in on that. So again, welcome and thank you so much for being here today. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Elle. I'm a self-mastery and mindful manifestation mentor because I love alliteration, a higher self alignment coach, quantum healer, and spiritual activator, along with a bunch of other things I could be labeled with. And I would love to have you join my free Facebook community if you haven't yet, after you watch this. And the link is on the slide and in the description box below, because it's an amazing, engaged space with a lot of incredible people. I do free clearing and healing sessions about once a month, as well as occasional spiritual activations. In fact, I just did a combo session on Saturday to clear success blocks and activate your next level. And the replay is just as powerful and effective as being there live. So hit that up if you need that support. And I'm also doing a special clearing and healing session inside the group on August 5th to prepare for a super powerful activation I'm being guided to do with the Lions Gate portal on August 8th. So if either or both of those resonate with you, I would love to see you in my community. I think this live stream is going to be the shortest one yet, because it's actually pretty simple. So I'll say in about the next 20 or so minutes, I'm going to tell you the one and only reason you struggle to manifest your deepest desires and why certain things just seem harder to manifest than others. It goes by a few different names, but it's really all the same concept. So we'll talk about that and what you can do to change it so that everything you want is quick and easy for you to manifest, because that's how it's supposed to be. So let me know in the chat or the comments if you're ready for this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you don't mind, to get notified of all the fun I'm having over here each week. Because I go live every Tuesday. And let's dive right into today's session. The number one reason you struggle to manifest certain things quickly and effortlessly is the illusion of separation. It's often phrased in a few different ways, though. For instance, you're placing too much importance on it, or putting it up on a pedestal so that it's out of your reach, and viewing it as a big manifestation, or glorifying it. But it all boils down to one thing, which is the illusion of separation. You're viewing your manifestation as being separate from you, which makes it bigger than you and or out of your reach. But nothing is bigger than you or out of your reach, because you are the God of your reality. And the same source energy that's inside of you is within everything you desire to. And this is important. I want you to remember, you are bigger than your reality. Right? Does that make sense? Write it in the chat or in the comments to affirm it. I am bigger than my reality, or I am bigger than my circumstances. Write it however it resonates best for you, and even take it on as an affirmation if you like. I am bigger than my reality. I am bigger than my manifestations. I am bigger than my circumstances. Again, however it feels best for you, and believe it because you are. It's the truth. But please give me a holler if you want my help installing a new empowering belief system to create what I like to call an empowered self concept that actually knows you're bigger than anything you want, so you can have it whenever you want it. And let's talk about how to stop separating yourself from your manifestations. And hey, Jenny, thank you for showing up live, and thank you for the compliments on my group and all the sessions. I really appreciate it. I am bigger than my reality. Hell yes, you are. You know it. Remember it. Live it. Breathe it. All right. So here we go. Number 1, work on your self-concept. So, not to sound like a broken record, but that's the whole reason you feel separated from your deepest desires. And you're going to hear me say it a lot on this channel, so get used to it. But to be more specific this time, work on your belief that you are source and that nothing is above you, nothing is out of your reach, nothing is bigger than you, and nothing is too good for you. You are the creator and the God of your reality. This fact needs to be at the center of your self-concept. So if you're still having trouble believing that, that's where you need to start, or go back to if you skipped over it somehow. Number 2, work on your trust issues. I'm not throwing shade because this was the hardest one for me. If you have trouble trusting yourself and or the universe, which is actually the same thing because you are the universe having a temporary human experience, you need to really dig deep and do the trust and faith work because it makes your whole life a lot easier. Again, I speak from experience. This one kicked my ass. It took a really, really long time for me. So I really feel for you if you're struggling with that right now. Give me a holler if you need a shoulder. Work on more than one manifestation at a time. This one might seem counterintuitive to you, but hear me out. If you're focusing solely on one specific desired manifestation, it's really easy to place a lot of importance on that one thing because you're just working on one thing, right? You're just working toward consciously creating one thing. Not to mention that if you're only working toward one thing consciously, you're working toward everything else unconsciously. So be aware of that. So, for example, right now I'm manifesting all of the following things. Becoming a millionaire so that I can build my foundation for other domestic violence and abuse survivors, give as much as I want to other causes and charities without batting an eye, and fulfill all of my highest missions in life. This is super important to me. I'm currently manifesting a perfectly aligned new place to live right now. My health is an ongoing manifestation for me. So, squeamish alert, I guess. I'm about to start talking about lady stuff. So, if you're uncomfortable with anything like that for any reason, please feel free to skip ahead unless you're watching live, in which case I apologize in advance. But I have healed the most horrible periods you can possibly imagine, unless you've never had them at all, because that probably makes it pretty hard to imagine. But I have a family history of endometriosis and just really awful menstrual cycles. Like it doesn't just run in my family, it gallops, it races, it sprints, it's just in there. A lot of the people with uteruses in my family really, really have struggled with this. So mine have been really long, painful, insanely heavy, and exhausting since they began more than 32 years ago. Um, they were so heavy that I was anemic. And every time I had one, I was legitimately weak. Like I could barely lift things. That's how much blood I was losing. Again, I apologize if you're squeamish and you're not able to, fast forward through this. Um, and I had horrible fatigue and really severe brain fog for the first few days. Not just like the first day or two, but the first few days. I was basically incapacitated. But in just the last 5 months, the pain and heaviness have improved remarkably. They're closer to a normal length now. So my last one was about 6 days as compared to the 8 to 10 they've been all my life before this. And now I only experience the bad brain fog and fatigue and exhaustion in the first 2 days. But I don't even remember feeling actually weak from them the last couple of times. So I know they're just going to keep getting better and better. And I did that all with the power of my mind, baby. Using self compassion, gratitude, and unconditional love as my medicine. Literally, that was all I did. So now I'm working on the fibromyalgia that I was diagnosed with 22 years ago. And I was born with a couple of genetic diseases. So, to be totally honest, my belief system around being able to heal them isn't great right now because I genetically inherited them and I've had them since birth. But I'm going to keep working on that too because I genuinely believe in magic and miracles now. I'm also continuing to manifest my highest possible self concept because I don't think self concept work is ever fully done since we're constantly launching new desires and reaching new levels, which may require upgrades to your self concept along the way. I'm also still consistently manifesting an even stronger connection to Source, my spiritual gifts, and my soul's true purpose in this incarnation. Because I'm not sure that work is ever really done either, but I'll let you know if I ever finish it. And I'm manifesting my continued expansion into higher consciousness and awareness. So, do you see how important it is to affirm for more than one area of your life at a time? Um, you might have specific beliefs that are holding you back right now that are that kind of like underlie a bunch of different areas of your life. So if that's the case, that's not exactly what I mean by like focusing on one thing. So let me know if that's clear or if that's not clear and you need some clarification. Um, Work on understanding the science of manifestation. So take your attention off of what you're manifesting and put it on science if you're into that sort of thing. I fucking love science, especially when it comes to manifestation, because my logical side is really strong and it still needs to understand how something works or why it actually is possible to get fully behind it. I'll be completely honest. And that's where the majority of my resistance has come from, not being able to understand or conceptualize how it actually works or how it's even possible. So if you're like me, start going to YouTube University like I do and just start by searching for whatever it is that you need help understanding. I promise you will find a wealth of information on YouTube, and there's even some sciencey explanations on my channel. Got a little tongue-tied there for a second. So get out of your own way by learning more about how it actually works scientifically so you can shut your inner critic the fuck down. Use EFT tapping to rewire false limiting beliefs and wire in true empowering beliefs. Use it to remind yourself of your divinity to help lessen the separation you perceive between you and your manifestations. And you can check out my playlist on this channel of EFT videos if you like, because I do have one for tapping into your higher self and one for tapping into your new empowering self concept right now. There will be more, there are more than that, but those two specifically. And, there might be others that'll be specific to your false limiting beliefs, but you can find them all over YouTube if you prefer a different style. Meditate. I know you hear this a lot, but meditation, especially oneness meditations, will help you shrink the gap or the separation that you perceive between you and pretty much everything else, because that helps you to connect with infinite intelligence and awareness. Plus, again, it helps you keep your mind off of your manifestation while you're leveling the playing field. If you struggle with traditional meditation like I do because of ADHD or any other reason, try ASMR if you haven't already. If you don't know what ASMR is, like the YouTube algorithm just sort of randomly, I say randomly, but it suggested an ASMR video to me. And I'd never watched one before, but it piqued my curiosity, so I turned it on. And my initial thought was, oh, this is weird, but I kind of like it. Now, fast forward about like almost a year at this point. Well, maybe not quite that long, over 6 months. And I love it. Like I watch ASMR videos every single day because it helps me get into that meditative state. And sometimes I'll like go from that right into a meditation. Sometimes I just use the ASMR video. I never used to get downloads during meditations because I never reach a fully meditative state that way. Like I said, I've got to start off with some ASMR to get there. But once I started watching ASMR videos regularly, they started coming in hot. And then I had a whole spiritual awakening. So check that out on YouTube as well if you haven't yet. There are all kinds of ASMR triggers, and they won't all be right for you, but see if you can find some that you like that really relax you. Just keep in mind that not everyone likes it, and that's okay if that's you. I just wanted to suggest it because it really helped me so much. And you can even find ASMR distance Reiki sessions on YouTube, or Reiki without the ASMR if you find that you don't enjoy that. So check that out too. Just do a little search for Reiki. Or you could do it with like somebody in your area. Go to an actual practitioner in person. Because ultimately, you got to do what is best for you. You've got to find the things that work for you. And just because meditation works for like, I don't even know, I'm taking a stab, 95% of the population or something, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you if it doesn't work for you. It means that you have a busier brain than other people do. Usually, there might be other reasons for it too, but most of the people that I know that struggle with it have incredibly busy brains, including myself. And finally, self-compassion code clearing and healing sessions, or another form of energetic plus karmic clearing and healing. So clearing and healing your energetic and karmic wounds and imprints will also help lessen your perception of separation by clearing out old, stuck, stagnant, and or negative energy, and healing the wounded pieces of you that hold you back out of fear and perceive the illusion of separation as being real. So that you can then reintegrate them as healthy aspects of your whole being that help you to feel whole and propel you forward with full trust and faith in yourself. And you can get a free sample of my self-compassion code and how incredibly powerful it is inside my Facebook community. So please join us in the description box below if you know that you need this kind of support. So easy, right? Um, I'm kidding. Maybe not easy, but it is simple. And honestly, it'll be as easy as you allow it to be. So make a habit of telling yourself, especially if you catch yourself thinking, oh, this is going to be really hard. As soon as you catch that thought, think, nope, never mind. I'm allowing this to be easy. I'm allowing this to be as easy as possible. So let me know how you feel about all that in the chat or the comments, depending on when you're watching this. And do you have any questions? Please drop those now. And any light bulb moments that you had, because I really do love seeing those. And also, don't forget to be here live next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And I'll tell you the problem with the movie The Secret. And excuse me. And the one big thing it's missing to make it more actionable for you. So that'll be July 19th at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And please don't forget to like this video if it helped you and you didn't do that yet. And subscribe to my channel for more content like this every Tuesday, as well as periodic EFT videos with custom music and specific solfeggio frequencies to make the tapping script and sequence more powerful. And feel free to join my Facebook community in the description and on the slide there to hang out with me daily and for even more goodies. But if you are ready to start consciously creating your reality right now, I want to invite you to actually work with me, either in my upcoming Conscious Creator Code extravaganza 4-month journey. This is a deep healing, consciousness raising, belief and self-concept changing, brain and nervous system rewiring, higher self aligning journey to your desired reality that will empower you to consciously create everything you want and mindfully manifest the life that you want quickly and effortlessly for the rest of your life. And the links to reserve your spot are in the description box below. So be sure to claim yours now if this is calling you, because they're limited to ensure that everyone gets all the guidance and support they need, because it really is kind of an intense 4 months, but your reality will be very different by the holidays. I also have a couple of one-to-one spots opening up in August for those who are currently doing really well, but still feeling like something is missing, maybe feeling unfulfilled or restless, and want to awaken or strengthen their spiritual gifts and live out their true purposes. We also, excuse me again, we also expand into overflowing abundance and prosperity super fast in this container because of how intimate it is. So please feel free to holler at me on Facebook, or go ahead and email me if you prefer for more information on that, or if you have any questions about Conscious Creator Code. You can find my contact info on the slide there and in the description box as well. And I am creating a certificate program for my self-compassion code, which again, you can experience in my free Facebook community, and my self-concept code processes if you would like to get certified to use these quantum healing practices, because they're so life-altering with your own clients. They are incredibly powerful. And I think that one will be starting in September, maybe October at the latest. So stay tuned if that's more your speed right now. And again, are there any questions? Let me take a look. I am bigger than my reality. Yes, that may be part of my issue. Trust. Yeah, trust is a big one for a lot of us. So no shame in that. Man, and I figured focusing on one was the key. Um, like I said, if there are beliefs that are underlying more than one thing, you know what I mean? Like, you will be focusing on manifesting more than one thing, but in a lot of cases, you're just going to be focusing on one specific belief, right? Um, with its accompanying assumptions. So don't let that deter you. I do want to see you focusing on more than one area of your life at a time, but find the patterns in the thoughts and beliefs that underlie different areas. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. There are a few ASMR I like, and there are some that do make my skin crawl. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't like mouth sounds. I'm very confused by the food ones. I mean, like, again, no shade because everybody likes their own things, but those I just can't get down with those. That's not my thing at all. Um, and Jenny says, thank you. Yes, makes sense. Okay, awesome. So thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, I will be here again next Tuesday, and we're going to talk about The Secret and what I think is wrong with it and how to make it more actionable for you, because I feel like it's kind of disempowering to watch. I watched it again recently for the first time in many years, and I was like, oh, like they left out kind of a lot of stuff. So I'm going to fill in the blanks next week and join the Facebook community, and I will see you there. Have a wonderful rest of your Transformation Tuesday. Much love.